right, there are the top 9, no, not top 10. See, that 1-0 is 10, not 9. Top 10 non-quarterbacks in the NFC West via Pro Football Focus. We're going to be pulling names off that board, or maybe we'll go off the board as we look at the best non-quarterbacks in the NFC West. That's today's draft. The first pick in the draft hinges on Chris's ability to get this question right. Here it is. The Seahawks had 5 playoff appearances when they were a team in the AFC. The first of their 3 wins came in the 1983 wild card against the Broncos. Who were the starting quarterbacks in that game? 1983 wild card, Seahawks, Broncos.
Oh, man, 83. So 83, it is Elway, I believe. I believe he became the starter during the year there. So Elway for the Broncos. And then hold on a second here. Well, this has to be I'm not sure if I do know this because I don't believe it's Dave Craig yet. It's the lefty coach.
Womp, womp. Jim Zorn. Womp, womp, womp. On both counts. Dave Craig versus Steve DeBerg.
Oh.
Elway came in relief.
He came in relief. That's what it was.
Elway
was
in the middle of the season, came back for the playoff game. DeBerg returned in the playoff game. Elway ultimately spelled him. That was Elway's rookie year. All right, Aaron Donald. Donald begins and ends with Aaron Donald, one of the great interior defensive linemen of all time, if not the greatest. Aaron Donald, best non-quarterback in the NFC West.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that was an easy one. I can't really, disagree there. I mean, I think, we're officially putting Aaron Donald in a very special class of people. At least I am, as I've always said. It's already in the greatest defensive players in the history of the sport conversation. So good one there. Can't really fight that. Honestly, I'm staying with Jalen Ramsey. I don't give a damn. Yeah, he's next to me. I'm going to go with Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey, NFL passing league, best corner in the game, island guy, not just an island cover guy, really tackles, brings a leadership, edginess element to their defense. He's not even on top 10 graded non-QBs. See, this is why grades, you can't always pay attention to them. Yeah, his grades, I'm sure, were a little negative here and there. When you got to cover the greatest athletes in the world, man-to-man, all over the field, you're going to have some negative plays and things like that. But I think it's hard to argue that Jalen Ramsey isn't one of the best players in the NFC West.
And there are a few others that are not on that list that we could consider and may make it on. But I'm going to go ahead. You're going to leave Trent Williams there. I'm going to take Trent Williams.
Yep.
The highest paid offensive lineman in league history, signed the contract to stay with the 49ers. They were very happy to keep him after that trade last year, sat out a whole season. A guy who can be a cornerstone of your offensive line. A little on the old side, but that's all right. He's still got a few years left in him, and I would take him right now as, let's say, and I agree with you. Ramsey probably would have been my second pick.
Thank you.
So Ramsey's off. I'll go Williams.
All right, good. Thank you. You're right. All right, so that's good. And this is, I would have been in the conversation here with you. I would have gone, do I want to take Trent Williams? Do I want to take, there's the Jamal Adams aspect. And then, of course, there's George Kittle. I'm going to follow you again. I'm going to go with George Kittle. I am. I mean, he's the highest paid tight end in football for a reason, because he's the best tight end in football when he's healthy. He is. He's a phenomenal blocker. He's amazing, after the catch. He's rare in the fact that he's a 248-pound tight end that can literally go 70 yards to the house if he catches a slant up the middle or something like that. He's a huge part of that offense, but has incredible versatility in the different ways he can kind of attack you. Slot receiver, traditional tight end, lined up as a H-back or a second tight end, can do all that type of stuff. He's too damn talented, so I'll go with Kittle.
Isn't it amazing?
I know.
We've got 2 defensive players, a left tackle, a tight end. No running backs, no receivers. I'm thinking Jamal Adams for this pick.
Right.
I'm seriously thinking about it. I'll go DeAndre Hopkins. I gotta take a skill position player. I gotta go there.
Yeah.
I got to. And Jamal Adams, I'm concerned they're gonna have a problem with him this year. from a contractual standpoint. They gave up 2 first-round picks to get him. They're going to have to pay him, and they may have to get him paid by the start of training camp, or maybe he won't be there. I know Hopkins will be there for the Cardinals, so I'll take Hopkins.
Yeah, I hear you. That's a good one, and you're right. It's amazing that Jamal Adams thinks has gone this far. You could see he's not one of the top 10 graded non-QBs. He got off to a horrible start last year, remember, learning that defense. He made some mistakes, and again,
Injured.
And again, when you're a super talented safety, you get asked to do things that other safeties don't, like covering Julian Edelman 70 yards down the field on a post route. Yeah, most safeties aren't asked to cover the team's slot receiver that way. So that you got to take that into account. But I like your pick with Hopkins. I mean, come on. He's damn special. He's kind of changed around the attitude of that football team. Man, there's a lot to pick up. I mean, we got Nick Bosa, who's coming back from injury. Buda Baker's out there. Fred Warner. Oof. I'm going to go with DK Metcalf. I'm going to go next with that. I am. I almost went Fred Warner. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to go with DK Metcalf a little bit. Just he's too much of a difference maker, game changer, and the fact that he can dictate coverages and the way defenses play because he's such a special entity that way. He's a freak of nature. We know that. Size, speed, yards after catch, everything like that. So, yes, I'll go with DK Metcalf.
Is he another one that was off the board?
I don't think he's on there.
Graded?
No,
I don't think he's on there either.
Right.
My memory is not cooperating with me today, but there is no DK Metcalf. There is a J.J. Watt. There is no DK Metcalf. I'm going to stay off the board then, and I'm going to go with Jamal Adams because of what he can be when he's healthy.
Yeah.
And if the Seahawks get him compensated to the point where he's happy and he's motivated and he's driven. They gave up 2 first-round picks to get him. That tells us all we need to know what they think of him. He should be on this list.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. He's one of the best defensive players in football. He is, and he is a difference maker, and he's the kind of guy like we've talked about pretty much with all these guys. Like if you're a quarterback or an offensive coordinator, a lot of your game plan is about where is number 33, where's he lining up, you know, when he's in certain spots and unlocks certain other defenses and what they do. He's a big clue to that, all of those type of things, let alone, I mean, I don't know. He's up there as far as the best in football, as far as just like, hey, go get the guy with the ball. There's nobody better than Jamal Adams. He's phenomenal at that. All right. Man. Well, I'm going to go with the best pass rusher in the division, even though he's banged up, and Leonard Floyd, as much as I like him, and I've talked about Fred Warner, and there's Eric Armstead, man, Buda Baker's still out there. I am going to go with Nick Bosa. You know, got hurt early in the year last year, so I would expect him to be 100% when the season comes around. And as we talked about even before he got hurt last year, going into his second year, he was already in the discussion for one of the best defensive players in the league. Not just like best young player, best rookie, best defensive player. We talked about it in the Super Bowl that year, remember? With the Chiefs 49ers. It was already like, no, Nick Bosa is not just like, hey, a nice rookie we have on the team. He is one of the best pass rushers in football. He's special that way, and I think he'll be a big boost for that team.
I'm going to go off the board again as well based on history. Chandler Jones.
Oh.
He only had 1 sack last year, was only in 5 games. But good Lord, 19, 13, 17, 11, 12 and a half. He's still got gas in the tank. I'll take Chandler Jones.
Okay, that's a good one. I like the Chandler Jones pick, certainly. All right, damn you. You went quick there. I wasn't ready for that. I'm gonna go with man, I'm going 249er centric here. This is what I don't like about this, but I'm going.
Well, it's a shock.
Well, I know. I don't mean to. I'm gonna go with Fred Warner though. I am. I think Fred Warner is arguably the best middle linebacker in the game. I do. I think he's in that type of stratosphere. He is like paramount to the success of the 49ers defense. And when you talk about like team speed and the speed of the 49ers defense, a lot of that is predicated a lot of times when you talk about team speed on defense is because the linebackers are fast. And it starts right there with Fred Warner. He is their Bobby Wagner of their defense. And damn, he's good in pass coverage and the run game.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.